Wow, just a week ago, I did this tier list and it's already obsolete. So once again, ladies and gentlemen, we are back for another tier list video. The first one was done a week ago. Yeah, it was a little bit on the slower side. It was mainly just because I wanted to give some time to get all the videos out, test everybody out so that I can get my, most informed choices out there. And I'm glad I did, because I think for the most part, with a few exceptions, people pretty much agreed with my tier list. I think this middle area, which is completely understandable, was a little contested, which is totally fine. People are allowed to have differing opinions. Some people value certain things differently, and ultimately that is why I enjoyed seeing the feedback on it, and I still stand by it, but I did like the input. So thank you guys for being so responsive to my tier list, and I'm gonna do it again. Let's see if your boy can do back-to-back tier lists without anything egregious. A couple tier lists ago, it was the bait trick, but in the final slot I put this, and the reason why people bought it is because everyone knows I'm such a Universe 7 glazer, but they actually thought it, and that was like kind of what inspired me, because at the time, no, you know what, I think it was, I legitimately felt he was number 10 because his ability alone is more valuable and is the most unique thing in the game. So I think it was before, it was like 9th anniversary, or like before the end of 2024, something like that. People were freaking out, and that was where I was inspired. You know what, I'm gonna do some bait and switches. Anyway, this is our tier list to start with. I didn't want to do the tier list continuation here because I don't have the new characters here. I couldn't find it, so putting like the free-to-play UI might confuse people. So we're just gonna start fresh on this new tier list here. Shout out to Dokkan Stats. I had no idea. I didn't know Dokkan Stats existed. There are so many resources out there that I just didn't even realize. I thought I'd covered like the main ones, but there are some new ones that have been emerging. So shout out to you guys for creating these resources to keep the community thriving. So let's go ahead and jump in and start here. Again, you are free to disagree with my takes. If you do disagree, let me know kindly in the comments, and I'll see what you guys have to say. When it comes to number one, in general, the debate is between, I feel like, these two characters, but now there's no longer a debate because neither one holds a candle to UI. All right, both units can dodge. UI dodges better. UI has guaranteed dodge once. Then on top of that, UI has guaranteed guard and 100% damage reduction once. If you need to, strategically, you could swap from the UI form to the royal blue form, therefore preserving the guaranteed dodge for a situation where even if you have guard and 100% damage reduction, it might not be enough. If you are dealing with, let's just say, for example, the Beast Gohan on Festival of Battles, right? Beast Gohan Festival of Battles, he's got that Doomsday Clock mechanic on turn 3 or turn 2. The final attack on turn 2 is a world breaker, a career ender. You bring out this guy's guaranteed dodge for the first time there, you can use it. There's a lot of strategy involved in utilizing the immediate reversible exchange feature that this character and the Super Saiyan 4 has. Not to mention, the damage output is respectable to Daima Super Saiyan 4. Daima Super Saiyan 4 is the hardest hitting LR in the game. Actually, I guess you could put this up here with like these guys. So with this unit having virtually all of the traits that make these characters great, except for the only thing I guess would be the lack of multi-turn defense boosting and multi-turn attack boosting. Besides that, and besides the leader skill weakness, everything else that this character can do is so incredibly powerful that its weaknesses are overlooked to the point where it's number one. That's what I'm saying. For me, leader skill does matter, and it's one of the reasons why the Bond of Master and Disciple Future Gohan is so low on the list. But in terms of what it makes up for, this guy makes up for it in droves with all of his different abilities. That damage reduction, the damage output, everything, you can place this unit on any spot on the rotation and you can make an immediate impact. This character is so strong, you can even place this unit on teams where you don't have a leader skill. There are certain units that are capable of doing things like that. This unit is going to be one of those things. So all things considered, best unit in the game. Short form content, long form content, you name it. This unit is virtually capable of handling any and all situations. I love it. Best unit in the game. After that, these four are essentially in the same order as I had here. It's the same because this guy is still a good plug and play. He is a good slot one. He provides defense. He has a fantastic leader skill. He can boost his attack like crazy. Long form events, short form events, he is able to give you whatever you need. If dodge is disabled, he can switch into the slot 3. Sort of, I mean, not as good, but the flexibility portion is what makes this guy so good. This guy can do it to a lesser extent. This guy still stays below the blue Goku because while he is also capable of some pretty fantastic things, he needs to be in the slot 1, and that rigidness on a rotation can affect certain situations when there's coercion in play, when certain characters maybe need to receive a hit before attacking. If this unit is on the rotation, that could potentially take away from it. So I still feel like this guy is number 1 or above the Goma, and the Super Saiyan 4 is still right here because damage is great, defense is respectable, everything that this unit can do is great, but in terms of overall effectiveness, these guys still do more. So I think this is my top 4. I basically just shoved this guy at the top and bumped everyone else down, which means Gohan is off the list. So this is now effectively what this looks like. And the Spirit Bomb Z and the Spirit Bomb GT are surely going to change things up. So now it's just a matter of who's going to be falling off at this point. And for me, everything else essentially stays the same. I think the only other question people are going to be asking is, where would the Super Saiyan 4 fit, right? Because the Super Saiyan 4 also has to fit in here. So one more is going to fall off. So that means this guy's going bye-bye. So these guys are all being pushed down. So where would the Super Saiyan 4 fit in order to accommodate these guys? So this is where a bit of a, I think, again, we're going to have a bit of a hot take. I think 5 through 8, there's going to be some disagreement here, which is fine. I'm putting Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta at number 6. I am putting him below the Goku. The reason why I'm putting him below the Goku is because in terms of survivability and ease of survivability, I feel like this Goku is able to do a little bit more than what this Vegeta can do. Let's not forget, Vegeta does have insane tanking capabilities on turn 1 right away. But after you use this rainbow orb changing, you're sort of at the mercy of RNG or other characters on the rotation to give you that additional rainbow orb changing. And if you don't have that, 40% damage reduction with guard, even with your progressive, like slow defense building, it might not be enough early on short form events. Long form events, make no mistake, this unit is easily like top 2 in the game, if not the best in the game in terms of long form. I did do some of the Festival of Battle in my Max Links showcase for the character. Do check that out. And this unit is so impactful and so transcendent and so good that if we're talking strictly Festival of Battles, he's tier 0, above anything that any other character is capable of providing. And that includes Trunks and Vegeta, in my opinion. Trunks and Vegeta gives you 5% attack and defense on each super, which is a little bit more even. But in terms of offense, this guy can give you 10% offense permanently for the entire fight. And that 10% boosting over and over and over and over, granted it's not a guarantee, can have a tremendous impact on the final few stages. I was shocked by how devastatingly powerful I was on the Daima Goku and the Glorio stage, because this guy was able to give you that much. So strictly long form, this guy is superior. But when you consider short form, there are a couple of issues. After the first turn, when you swap to the Super Saiyan 4, only 40% damage reduction. He's slightly vulnerable, but the damage is still respectable even without scouting. So all things considered, this guy still has a few issues, but not that much where it would be like down here. He's just simply below these guys, which is fine. This unit is fantastic, and all of the characters above are just that great. So it's not a slight to this unit. It just means that we are in such a good place in Dokkan. Look at, like, let's just say this is the only character you pulled. You pulled one of the characters that is in the top 10 that could arguably be maybe like, right, I would say, if anything, at best, Vegeta could be top 5. But I'm going to go ahead and put him top 6. That's saying something. Dokkan is in a very good place in terms of what LRs are capable of. And if you have one of these, you're in very good shape. So that means at number 6, if we put Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, that means the bottom 4 would be these. Does it change? Yes, it changes a little bit. So let me go ahead and bring the rest out here. So we got Omega, we got you, and we got you. So where am I going to be putting these 4 in the list? Oh, crap, I forgot to do the bait and switch. Damn it. What should we bait with? You know, this is actually not that bad of a bait because people might believe it. I don't know if this is even a bait. Whatever. It's too late. I should have thought about this in advance. Okay. So, will I be making a change to my list like this? Will it stay like this or will it switch? I am actually going to make a switch. And the reason for it is because of the best unit in the game. Because the best unit in the game now exists. When you look at Bond of Master and Disciple, the outlook on that team has changed dramatically. Because before UI Goku, Bond of Master and Disciple still looked respectable, but it didn't have another transcendent character alongside the Gohan. But now with this character on the team alongside another top 10, top 3 character on the rotations, basically these are your now slot 1s. These guys are your slot 2s. Once they get their revive going, they can be a slot 1, interchangeable with these guys. You've now been given more depth and more power, more brute strength, more everything on Bond of Master and Disciple. So sort of like how the UI Goku's leader skill weakness isn't costing him the #1 spot, now that the category that this character leads is much better than what it was before, his leader skill deficiency is far less of a negative than it was before. So now he kind of jumps up. I would say it would be either this or this. I only say that because his category as well has also seen a big spike, as has his. So again, it's like you could make the argument that any one of these can go anywhere, but because of how Bond of Master and Disciple has now just absolutely smashed past a lot of other categories because of this guy's addition, I'm gonna move this guy up to #7. But all of them could be like, I'll just do like, what if I just do this? They're all just like right here. They're right there. They're right here. They're down here. Doesn't matter. All right. I honestly, like, any second, if you bring up a point, whatever it is, I'll be like, okay, fine. He's #7. You bring up another point. All right, he's #7. They're all just so good in so many different ways that I can't decide. So help me. I don't know. Help me out. And then #10, just by process of elimination, is Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta. How do I say this? It sucks, man. It's unfortunate. The Daima category was so relevant during part 1, and then it's not relevant anymore. It's just not. I mean, the category is way better than what it used to be, and this character's impact on the team is ridiculous. And even outside of the team, it's still effective because he is giving you that Goma effect. The Goma effect gives you rotating defense, floating defense. This guy does that in a different way while also giving respectable damage in the slot 2, slot 3. What he has over the What he has over the Goma is that Goma is restricted to primarily the slot 1, whereas the Vegeta is capable of being a slot 2, so just being sort of a chaser, a damage dealer, but also he could be a slot 3 where he floats off, and the parting gift that he provides as he floats off is still effective. 3 turns of defense, basically covering his tracks while he's gone. He is still giving 30% defense. And again, of course, the team guard, that also isn't lost when you float him off. So for all those different reasons, and his damage, which is still good, like when you activate his active skill, you've got a high crit build going on that rotation. He can do a good amount of damage, and his attack numbers can actually go very high at Max Links and Rainbow. I believe the highest that I was able to reach was around 125 million attack stat, which when we're comparing to some of the hardest hitters out there, this guy's averaging on my teams at Max Links Rainbow, he's averaging like 150, 140 million on that EX like right away. This guy is dropping 150, 140, more like 130 with the Royal Blue Vegeta. So this guy's damage potential is right up there with them. It's just a little bit harder to pull off. So he just has a little bit more consistency issues. So I would put him down here at #10, or it would be the Frieza by process of elimination, because that's what, you know, these were the 2 runner-ups before. So you would put him there. I don't think Gohan has now officially fallen off the top 10. Not to say that he's not good, but just because these guys can just do a lot more, this guy just is a little bit lower. So it's really just between these 2 at #10, but I'm going to say the Vegeta. Man, forget the bait. Whatever. No. I'm going to stay true to the bait. The bait stays. Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta is my #10. So there you go. That is my final top 10 for now. Not really final. This is my temporary top 10 LR list for the first half, the middle of the 11th anniversary part 2. UI Goku #1, Blue Goku #2, Goma #3, Daima Goku #4, Kai Fighters #5, Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta #6, Gohan, Omega Shenron, Gogeta, all in this jumble. At any second they could change. 7, 8, 9. And then #10 is Super Saiyan 3 Daima Vegeta. That is my list. Do you agree? Hopefully you do. If you don't, let me know why. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, obviously like down below. Leave in the comments your thoughts on my tier list and why you may agree or disagree with any spots. Again, I appreciated the conversation last time, so just let me know what you guys think. I am not good at this. You don't need to tell me that. I saw some people, dude, you suck at the tier list. I know. Okay. I'm giving my opinions. It's my tier list. So it makes me good because I can make my own tier list my own way. I am good at making my own tier list. Let me see you do one. Let me see you do one. Let me see you do one. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Also, be sure to subscribe for more Dokkan content of the future and click the notification bell so that you'll let YouTube know you want to see more of my stuff. Do it. Thanks again. Stay tuned and Responsibly.